We got Spigen cases for the Galaxy Z Flip 3 and Fold 3, along with some chargers since Samsung doesn't give you any in the box. Before I start, everything I will mention in this video will be down below. And also one more thing, all the cases do have a slight lip to them, so if I do put it screen side down, the surface wouldn't be touching the screen. Okay, starting off with the flip cases, we got two, the Thin Fit and the Tough Armor. The Thin Fit case is very slim and it barely adds any bulk to the phone. You guys will notice that the hinge area is completely exposed. So if you just put this in your pocket, it is prone to scratches from your keys or whatever's in your pocket like change. And also just pray that when you drop your phone, it will not land on the hinge. The next flip case is a Tough Armor. This one is definitely much more thicker and bulkier than the Thin Fit. Even though this case is bigger in the hands, it doesn't feel like I'm gonna drop it because the way how this is cut, it is sharp around the edge, so it just sits better in my hands. And with this case, you guys notice that the hinge is protected. And that part is just a thin layer that's covering it. I wouldn't say it's super protective against very high drops, but it is better than leaving it exposed. And I do notice that for the front screen, the lip around it is much more deeper, so if you do care about that or want to protect that screen much better, then this one is the better choice. If you guys seen my last video, my S21 does have the Thin Fit case on it, so obviously I'm gonna pick the Thin Fit for the Flip 3. For me, I'm not a clumsy person. I don't really drop my phones too often or pretty much not at all. So if you don't mind the bulk, then yeah, you can be a bit more protective. But for me, I like to have my phone super slim, so Thin Fit is my choice. Moving on to the Fold 3 cases, we have 4 of them. Now all of these cases for the Fold do give you some stickies or adhesives, so the phone can actually stick onto the case much better. We do have a Thin Fit and Tough Armor for the Fold 3. The experience is pretty much the same, so I'm not going to repeat myself, but of course the Thin Fit doesn't offer you as much protection. Now what I noticed on the Tough Armor for the Fold 3 is that when you open the case, half of the case would often push out. So this is where the adhesives do come in handy so the phone can stick onto the case. Now if you're the type of person that likes to take off their case when they're at home or somewhere more safe, I would say that having this case and with those adhesives on, you're gonna lose the stickiness over time and it might be more annoying. So I wouldn't really suggest or recommend the Tough Armor to that type of person. But I'm sure Spigen knows about this problem or this issue. That's probably why they included these stickies in the first place. Next up we have is the Ultra Hybrid. This is a clear case and I'm gonna tell you now, I am not a fan of clear cases. It is nice to show off the color of your phone, but typically these cases are very slippery over time. You can see a lot of the oil and greasy marks over it, and they are fingerprint magnets. And also the clear cases can turn yellow over time, so therefore you have to buy another new case sometime along in the future. But this case does make this phone look more glossy and reflective, which kind of defeats the purpose of making it matte. And for the protection standpoint, it does feel better than the Thin Fit, but not as good as the Tough Armor, so it's in between those two cases. The fourth case we have is the bulkiest one. It's called the Slim Armor Pro. And honestly, I don't know why they have the word slim in its name because this thing feels like a brick once you have this on. And since this is the bulkiest case, it does have the better lip protection as well, so that's something to keep mind of. This is also a two-piece case, and you will notice that the hinge protection is more of a cover and it's connected to the front piece. So instead of the thin layer on a Tough Armor, this one is much more thicker, so if I do drop this on the hinge side, I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be protected, or it feels like it's gonna be protected. So for sure, the Slim Armor Pro definitely has the hinge protection down. Now there is a con to this case. That is that you cannot lay the phone completely flat on the back side, so it will rock back and forth. But I guess the pro side to this is that if you angle it enough, it's kind of like a mini kickstand. So in my opinion, if you want protection, I'll skip the Tough Armor and go straight to the Slim Armor Pro. If you want something thin, of course go for the Thin Fit. But everyone likes different types of cases. And now moving on to the chargers, we have 2. The first one is the ArcStation Pro. This one is the 45-watt charger that also comes with a nicely thick braided cable. It is definitely much better than the one that comes in the phone box. Since the Flip 3 can charge up to 15 watts and 25 watts on the Fold 3, this charging brick is more than enough. It can also charge tablets and maybe some smaller laptops. It does have GON technology, and basically what this means is that it can charge your device cooler in a smaller form factor. For the size of this, it's super small and compact, so you can easily throw it in a bag or pocket. And the thing is, the most important thing about travel chargers, to me is that having folding prongs, and this one do have it. Or you can stay loyal to Samsung and buy their version of their 45-watt charger, although it's not as compact, travel friendly, and is more expensive. So I would suggest getting the ArcStation Pro instead. The next charger we have is the ArcField. It's a 15-watt wireless charger, and both of the Flip 3 and Fold 3 can wirelessly charge up to 10 watts, so having this 15-watt charger is still more than enough. The pad itself does have a soft grip to it, so the phone is not going to slip off. And also it does have a little green light to let you know that it's charging. It does come with a very long cable, although it's not as high quality as the one you get on ArcStation Pro. Both of these chargers are affordable, and it does give you that super fast charging, therefore letting you know that it is charging as fast as it can. So that is all I have from Spigen today. I am sure that they are making more cases in the future, especially a one that can hold an S Pen for the Fold 3. Let me know what you guys think about these cases or chargers, and are you planning to get any of them? All the stuff I mentioned will be down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.